Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am Auntie Dale, Dale Beluccio. I am your host for this evening's live podcast card readings. So we're very excited about that. But before we begin, I would like to just take a second. I did attend a wake this afternoon for a dear friend, Chris, and his family is struggling right now. So if everyone who's listening to my voice could put out some positive energy for his family to heal from the loss, because it is great and it is sudden and it's always difficult, especially when someone young passes. So if you could send it out to Chris, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So tonight we are on It's a Legit Metaphysical World. We are doing live card readings. So we're very excited tonight to have a card reader. Amy is on tonight. We have our two volunteers. So, buddy, if you want to bring Amy in so we can start up the chat, that would be fabulous. And there she is. Hi, Miss Amy. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good tonight. Thank you. I don't know. Have you been feeling, and I mentioned this last week in my podcast, have you been feeling the energy is particularly different the last few weeks, a little off, a little bit emotional more than we have been possibly in the past few months? It just feels like there's been a change in the last couple of weeks with the energy level in general.
There's definitely been a change. In fact, I was talking to some of my my witchy friends about it. I've noticed it. I've been a little more emotional. We did just have the Leo full moon, which typically isn't a very emotional sign. But some things are coming to the surface, I think, that we are experiencing that has to do with letting go. I feel like there's a letting go, and there's also been a difficult energy of some tension, especially around the world energy. And I feel like, it can catch like a cold where people are spreading this energy of anxiety around. And I also feel like what's going on above as well. I feel like people need to maybe take some time to do some meditation, go within and try to maybe do some deep breathing exercises to try to settle themselves. And maybe when things do come up, when they have that aha moment of this is why I'm feeling this way, do something about it and not try to shove it down.
Oh, I think that's excellent advice. I'm a psychotherapist, and the last few months have been just very, very difficult around our office. I mean, it's a hard time of year, right? So it's darkness a lot. It's the holidays. It's the heaviness of winter, so typically seasonal depression goes through the roof. It just does. It's a rough time of year for my field. And I just felt this year has been particularly, even early on it started, and it hasn't really let up. It's been a lot of crises. It's been a lot of heaviness. So it's been difficult. Yeah, I agree. So besides meditating, what else would you suggest to our readers to put out to try to balance themselves a little bit better?
Well, besides protecting their own energy for other people that might have the fear, anxiety energy out there, I definitely think journaling helps to kind of identify why you're feeling that way, what's happening in your life right now. If anybody has any dreams that stick out to them, they should probably journal about those, because those can be very enlightening to maybe what's going on. A lot of times, I feel like we reach these plateaus in our journey on this earth, on Earth School. And sometimes the whole world reaches them at the same time. It doesn't matter what sign you are. It doesn't matter anything. And I feel like we all have to identify these things and not give into a fear mentality, deal with what you're feeling, and try to, like I said, meditate, deep breathing, journaling. And also, this is a pattern I see a lot with people from doing tarot readings. People have trouble letting go of the toxic people in their life, the energy fires. And this is just me personally. I don't watch the news at all. I don't do any of that.
Me neither.
If there's something I need to know, I will hear about it if it's that important.
Oh my gosh, I say the same thing, Amy. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll find out eventually.
Because it causes those fear-inducing unconscious thoughts, and those can weigh you down and you don't even realize it. plus the toxic people in our lives that are complainers or always in a victim mentality, they drain us. So I feel it's important for self-care. You are number one. You need to take care of yourself first, and then you can help those around you. That's why they say on the airplane, put your mask on first and then help the children next to you.
Help the children. Absolutely. I totally agree. Now, to get ready for the card readings tonight, do you do any kind of prep work or anything before you do card readings?
I do, ask my guides. I try to, center myself a little bit, and I ask my guides for help for the highest and best reading, what this person really needs to know at this time in their life. I'm going to be honest, since we're talking about tarot and card readings, I'm not the type that's like, I'm going to predict you're going to eat macaroni and cheese on Tuesday, and, or like that, whatever comes up. But it's usually, spirit usually sends me things about what people can do to move forward.
Okay.
Talking them. Maybe somebody, can't let go of a job, or maybe they really want to start a business, but they don't know where to begin. Or maybe they have a relationship that's been toxic for years that they've been in and out of. Spirit might give me suggestions for them on how to move forward.
Awesome. Okay. So are you ready for us to bring the first person in?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, buddy. Let's bring the first person into. And here we go. And our first reader is Jim tonight.
Hi, Jim.
Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
So I'm going to just step back, and Amy, you're on.
Okay. Jim, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well. Can you tell me what your sign is?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, do you know that's my favorite water sign? My son's a Cancer. My boyfriend's a Cancer. My father was a Cancer. So, Jim, do you have any questions for the cards tonight?
I was just wondering what my future was going to be like, probably for around the next year or so.
You want me to do what I can do is sometimes what I do for people that want to look at the next year, I will pull 12 cards and we can go and look at each month. What things, and it'll be energy that's around you. Have you ever had a tarot reading before, Jim?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good. So you understand how the cards kind of work with your energy?
Yes, I do.
All right. And you know that you choose your own reality. Whatever choices come your way are yours alone. The cards are just for guides, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's see. I have the Light Seer Tarot right here. I have a ton of tarot decks, but this is the one I'm using tonight is the Light Seer. And this is another deck that's based. It's not a traditional Pamela Coleman Smith deck. It's same idea, but it is, the images are different. It's a little more contemporary. So let's see. Highest and best for Jim. For the next, so it's February now. So February to February. Let's see. What do we got? Now, I do things a little differently. So whoever's watching, I don't just shuffle and then pull 12 cards. I let the cards fall as I'm kind of doing this weird shuffle thing. Every card reader is different, but that's what I typically do. It's just the way. It's just my. I don't know. It's the way Spirit showed me to do it.
That's very cool.
February 2023 for Jim. Can I get a card? March 2023. I don't know. March 2023. We got the Lovers card. I think I want to learn more about that one. April 2023. Can I get a card, please? May 2023. June 2023. July 2023. Oh, that one fell face down. August 2023. September. October 2023 for Jim. November 2023. I'll move this one over here. Just give me another second to pull the 12, and then I'm going to pull some clarifiers on them, okay?
That's
Okay.
fine.
December. Jim. Okay, so what you got for February is one of my favorite cards, and I'm kind of laughing because this card came out earlier when I was shuffling to get the cards ready. It's the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands represents magic, things that you bring into your life, creativity, and it's a female figure that is, has a lot of magic, or someone who is creative, someone who kind of runs the household. So tell me what your status is, please, Jim. Are you in a relationship or?
I'm married.
Okay. How long you been married for?
30 years.
So that's kind of the central figure here, is this Queen of Wands. Let's see. So this is February now. Queen of Wands, February. So one of the things that's coming up for the two of you is about kind of, the nest egg that you put away when you're younger and you're working. It's kind of revamping your money. Where did you plant your seeds? Because I got the 7 of Pentacles. So I don't know, maybe your wife is thinking about it, or you're thinking about it, about maybe investments or where you put your money, or maybe moving some money around. Because or maybe how to make the money you have grow some more. That's what I'm showing for this February. March, you got the Lovers. Are you guys planning any romance going on there this weekend away?
We are going away in March.
Looks like it's going to be a romantic time because you got that Lovers card. And immediately I thought, oh, romantic getaway. Did you already plan where you're going?
Yes.
Okay. I'm kind of getting the energy that was it something like you guys were kind of on the fence about the cost?
I don't think so.
No? One of you wasn't
I'm not
like,
sure.
well, we should go to Honolulu, and the other one was like, no, we should just go to New Hampshire. It's down the street, Okay, well, I got that you're kind of getting like this, intimate time alone, time together. Even if you're going to be with friends or anything, I feel like it's going to be an intimate time for you guys in March, and I think it's very positive. In April, you got the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords is an interesting card. The 7 of Swords can be about someone deceiving you, someone maybe giving you false information about something. So for April, if you've decided, I think about April too, I think of tax time, right? And the tax man's coming. But if there's any kind of decisions you're making in April about really anything that has to do maybe with money, choices, things like that, be cautious. Double check the person who's giving you the information. Make sure that they're on the up and up. Do a deep dive before you make any decisions with that person, because they could be kind of shady. Am I making any sense?
You are.
Jim?
You
Okay.
are.
All right. So I want to get a clarifier on, because you got that for April, and then this might run into May. Can I get a clarifier on May? All right. I got the work card. Do you still work?
Yes, I do.
Good for you. You should be retired.
Not really.
Yeah, well, you're going to be planting it, I think, this month. I think I just planted another seed to look at your retirement stuff. So 8 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles, okay? This is kind of like, this can be a disappointing card. But this is the work card. So I feel like something's going to be going on with work, that you might be disappointed in something with somebody at work, or they might do something that you have to be like, whoa, wait a minute. Are you interfering with what I'm doing? Are you trying to take over? Are you stepping on my toes? Okay. And somebody might do something that disappoints you. All right.
Okay.
Pay attention to that. And that runs the gamut of 2 months. So you're looking at April and May for that, to be cautious of people around you, decisions you make, and things like that. Okay.
Okay.
So for I see travel again in July. Did you plan on going away for your birthday? Anything like that? Because I see more travel in July.
Possibly, yes.
Okay. And I see something possibly with do you have any children or a family that you possibly may like be hanging out with in June?
Possibly.
All right. So let me pull a clarifier on that. June, 6 of Cups. Let's see. So in June, I'm seeing that you are kind of going to have a very nostalgic month, or something's going to happen to make you take you back, maybe to high school, or a time when you did some studying, or maybe there's a trade you learned or something that you did. It's going to be nostalgic. It might involve like kids and stuff that you either have, or younger people around you. It's going to be a nostalgic thing going on. Maybe even a possible reunion. Okay, maybe even on a small scale. So we've got that in July. Like I said, I see travel. August. August, I have. She wanted me to hold the card. So this is the travel. This is how I saw travel. 8 of Wands. Okay, and I felt the energy of travel. So then you've got August here. You've got the World, and the World is about completion, fulfilling a cycle, something coming to an end. And with this, though, it's a very positive card in this deck, the World here. See how she's like happy, and she looks like she's almost sitting in a hula hoop, standing in a hula hoop. So I feel like there's something that I don't know if it's your wife, family, yourself. It's something you need to like put to bed. I gotta be the energy around has been like retirement, planning for retirement type thing that I feel is kind of in this spread. I don't know, like something's coming to a close in August, but it's a positive thing. You're like, you sealed the deal, you got it done, came full circle, done. Okay, for August. September, just making sure I was in the right month. Best card in the deck for me. Every tarot reader has a favorite card. This is mine. 10 of Cups. When I see this, it's like being in Vegas and you hit all sevens, baby. Ding, 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 ding. It doesn't have to be money. It's about having it all. The 10 of Cups is when we reach a point in our lives when it's like, oh my gosh, I did it. I've got the white picket fence, the 2.5 kids, the rainbow, the happiness. I feel like September is a really positive month for you. I think you're going to be pretty happy in September. But there was something that had to come to fruition with this World card first, right? You had to make a decision here. You had to put something to bed. You had to seal the deal on something. And then you got the 10 of Cups for September, which is, like I said, one of the best cards in the deck. And then we're kind of back where we were in March again, when we got the Lovers card. Now we've got the 2 of Cups. So you're going to be in very, very much alignment. Either you and your spouse are going to be like totally in alignment about where you're going, where you're headed, what you're doing. And you're going to be, this card's even better than the Lovers card. This card is not only love, but alignment. So whoever this person is that you are, it's your wife, if it was a business partner, you guys are on point. I feel it's a love energy, but it can be either or if you had like a business partner or something. But I feel like you guys are going to be very much in alignment and having a good, like it started like July when you started traveling with that travel card. I feel like communication is going to get better too for you. Are you a good communicator, Jim?
So. So.
Well, I think something's going to happen where you actually are able to articulate even better, and you're going to get in more alignment with your spouse about something, whatever it is. Just like our lives go through cycles, right? And if you've been married 30 years, through marriages go through cycles. You have good years, you have tougher years, then you have years that, like, well, we're back here again, or, oh, we made it past this, and oh, we're having it, so it's like cycles. So you're in this cycle mode, but it's very positive in this situation here from July, August, September, October. Okay. And then you're showing up for the next 2 months after that. We've got 2 different kings here. And it's interesting because you're a Cancer, right? So typically the Cancers show up as the King of Cups, but you've got the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So either you are going to be making some decisions about money again, or investments, or taking control of your finances, or deciding what you're going to be doing with stuff. And the King of Swords is he's kind of the brain that is in his head, maybe making the calculations, deciding what to do. And then this is the implementer right here. All right. So you're showing up with 2 kings for the next 2 months after where we step October, November. So October, November, you've got kings, which is great energy. Kings are great to have because that means you're in control. You've got everything situated in the way you want it. All right. Then we have, after you're busy being, I just want to get one clarifier on these 2 kings. I need to clarify for these 2 kings for those 2 months. Yeah, you got the 4 of Swords on that, which I thought you like. It's the same kind of energy of like the next step is being completed because you kind of took the king role, made the decisions, and now you're able to take a rest. Like you're like, oh, okay. I feel like there's like a relief feeling that you made these decisions. And now I can just kind of sit back a little bit and enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Okay. The next month after that. So, look, I was talking about cycles, how you kind of go through cycles. You're going to have some kind of, after you're in that king mode for a couple of months and you're in charge and you're making decisions, then you've got the Judgment card and the Ace of Cups. Okay. you're going to have, and look at how freeing this, what I keep it's opposite. See how free she looks here? Now, Judgment card doesn't always look like this, but this one is very freeing. Like she's released, maybe people held judgments about her or didn't think she could do it or whatever. It's very releasing. This is you freeing yourself from some major, maybe some preconceived notions, things about you thought things had to be done. They don't need to be done that way because you're going to have some new ideas about how things should be done, and you're going to follow your heart with the Ace of Cups. See how she's holding that? It's a beautiful card.
Yep.
But there's a thought process that's going to get you there. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a while, like those two kings. It's you taking the reins and saying, this is how I'm going to control this. I don't have an energy of what that's going to be now, but Spirit wants you to know to be the king and take control of it. And you will be given what you need to get through it, to have that feeling. I keep putting it in the wrong spot. Sorry.
Okay. Amy, we have about 3 minutes on.
Okay. So I've got one more card.
Perfect.
10 of Wands. I keep doing that. Sorry.
Okay.
Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands in this deck is the 10 of Wands is about work. We're back to work again, right? But it also, this one shows her moving on. So you're going to be moving on in January of next year. So I feel like your 2024 is going to be so different than 2023. I feel like 2023, you're going to be sewing some things up in your life. You're going to be making some decisions. You're going to be making some changes and moving on for 2024. So 2024 is more moving on. I think whatever you needed to sew up here for 2023, you're going to feel really good in 2024 that you did it. You took the time to make those tough decisions or rearrange your life or whatever you need to do. And in 2024, you're going to be starting again at a different level. The next step.
That's awesome, Amy. Before we lose Jim, can I just ask him, what was your impression of the reading? Was it accurate? Were you surprised? Was it?
I'm very surprised because a lot of it is accurate. Like, for example, February is right on the nose with my plans. July is spot on. And I was wondering what's going to happen in August. And it kind of cleared that up for me. Also going into September, the same thing. It cleared that up for me. And then what I was worried about is when what our plans are take place, October, November, December, all fell in. And that's where I should be. I wish I could tell you exactly what I'm talking about, but I can't because I don't want somebody to hear.
You okay? I get it.
It's so spot on. It clarified a lot for me. A lot.
Oh, good. I'm so glad it was helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining us, Amy. Thank you for the great card reading. Have a good night, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Amy, I know a little bit of Jim's story, and you were spot on. Like, I was sitting here, like, holding on to my chair because I was trying to take notes for him because I know he probably missed half of it. But you were so spot on. That was crazy. That was really.
If it was doing a 12-monther, you need more time. You know what I mean? Like, I had to do highlights. Right. I mean, we could have got deeper, but right. I only had so much time. But that's fine. I mean, as long as it was helpful for him.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy good. That was crazy good. Okay, do you need a few minutes, or are you ready for the next person?
I just want to cleanse my deck, and then I'm good.
Absolutely. I love how you shuffle. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. How they fly out of the deck.
And people, awesome. It's funny because people are like, teach me how to do that, and I'm like, I can't. I'll try, but I can't. it's like, I don't know why. And I'm not really good with spreads. Like I try to do the Celtic cross and all that. And it's like it's not how spirit gives me the cards. I don't know. I'm going to practice.
Everyone is different. Everyone's different. You're absolutely right. You know, some people do just 3 cards and just get it. Some people don't even really use cards. You know, they go strictly on their intuition. So it's all how spirit talks to us. Absolutely. That's what I completely agree with that.
And sometimes spirit will be like, no, not that deck. You know, I have to get a different deck.
Oh yeah, I've been drawn to certain decks and other decks. I was using the Russian. I don't know if you ever seen the Russian tarot cards before. They're a fascinating deck. They come like a puzzle, and you deal out the same number of cards every time and make them into a square, and then you turn them all over. And the cards that match is where the reading is.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool. But when I was using those cards, I got just a very bad feeling. I did not like the energy I was getting from those cards. So I had to get rid of them. I'm like, I can't even keep, you know, when you just get that feeling, I'm like, I can't even keep these cards around me. So I had to get rid of them. And I gave them to someone else who's very successful with them and loves them. So it's just, I guess it's personality, whatever we want to call it. But that definitely was not my deck. No, did not like it.
I totally get it.
Okay, buddy. If we
and then I'm done. I'm like, I don't use it anymore.
Right. Hi, Andrea. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you for seeing me. I'm very excited for the reading. I was listening to Jim's reading.
It was pretty fascinating, wasn't it?
It was.
So I'm going to step back and just let you talk to Amy.
Okay, Amy.
How are you,
What
Andrea?
would you like to know from me first?
What is your sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay, nice fire sign.
Yeah.
I do usually ask this up front, so it could, because it's not a long time for a reading. Are you in a relationship or not in a relationship?
No, that was going to be my question.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Is it a love reading?
A love and personal relationships reading.
Okay. All right. I might be switching decks. Okay.
Okay. I want to know about friends and lovers.
Friends and lovers. All right. Okay. I'm gonna pull an oracle card for you. This is the Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels.
Beautiful.
I haven't touched this in a long time, but for some reason I had it out tonight, and now I know why. Okay, so let me just pull one of these. So, Andrea, what would you do if you have a specific question first about your love life, or do we have some energy we got to get rid of somebody else first, like a lingerer, an ex?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I don't want to admit it, but probably.
Yeah, we got to cut the cord. Let's see what
my scissors are dull, Amy.
All right, we're going to sharpen those babies up. You're not alone. This it's so common. It's so common that we block other energies from coming in when we have, energy from an ex. Okay, let's see. Can I get a card for Andrea, please, on her love life, or what we need to, an energy here? Okay, this is better than I thought. What have you done to manifest who you want to come in?
Nothing.
Okay, well, you hella need to start, because this is I keep doing that. I keep putting it in the wrong spot. This is about calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. So if you go to McDonald's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walk in. Do you place an order?
Yes.
Do you order from them? Right? You got to do that with the universe. They want.
I linger at the menu first and then place the order.
Okay. What are you ordering in a man or woman, whatever you're going to bring in? What do you want? It could be even a friend. What do you want? Right. You want someone that's, maybe not an energy vampire, someone that's positive, somebody who's in alignment with you, somebody who loves sex. I don't know. Whatever it is, you gotta tell the universe.
Okay.
And be careful what you wish for, because you could get it.
Mm.
All right. So let's
Okay.
see what you've got going on here for energy around that. So if we're looking at bringing somebody, what does she need to do? What does she need to get rid of? I'm trying to talk to spirit and talking to you at the same time.
It's okay.
So she can clear her energy, so she can manifest the person. Let's see. What does Andrea need to clear away? You got the Seven of Swords out the gate, man. The Temperance card, which is your card. That's the Sagittarius card. Do you have anybody on the other side?
Yeah, quite a few people, yes.
Like a mom, a dad, an aunt, a grandmother, somebody that
Grandmother.
Okay.
Grandmother.
You need to talk to grandma about, I feel like you need to call on your guides more, call on your ancestors more for help.
Okay.
To help them to clear the path for you. To help them to be like, you know what, Graham, can you send me a sign so I know if I'm going to head in the right direction? Okay. Do you see any repeating numbers at all?
Not lately, no. Maybe.
All right.
Do you want to know what number I had seen?
Yeah, and how long ago?
Been a while, but probably several months. But it used to be threes, but I see more repeating images than numbers, actually.
Okay, what are the images that you see?
Butterflies.
It's about transformation.
Mm.
And threes, threes are about, in the tarot, threes are, about friendships and working together and things like that. But also three, like the angelic three, you think of the Trinity, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. If you think of the Trinity, I really got and I'll show you the card. That grandma was like, this is your Sagittarius card.
Okay.
But when I saw those angel wings, and I'm like, somebody's on the other side being like, hello, knock, 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 I'm here. Why aren't you paying attention? You need to clear this away. You need to clear that away. You need balance. You need this. So she's there, or whoever else is there. You've got more than one guide to help you to clear things away. So look for the signs, look for the symbols, pay attention to those things. And obviously this 7 that fell out is about someone deceitful in your life. It could be the ex. It could be a friend that's draining your energy. Someone deceitful, someone's not. And the crows, see that crow squawking? That to me too is like, you're getting signs, but you're not seeing them.
Okay.
All right. So maybe before bed tonight, ask specifically, can you give me some clear signs, because I'm kind of struggling right now, or something like that. And the 5 of Wands, you got about being in your head, maybe not being able to work out why things went the way they did with the past person, or it's that, healing isn't linear. It's not going to go like this. This is healing. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. So this is kind of saying, you know what? It's okay to be in your head sometimes, but we can't be there all the time.
No.
So start looking around for those signs. Do you have a pen and paper?
Not handy now.
We'll Dale, do you have a pen and paper?
Yep.
Okay. Dale's going to write down about contacting grandma, asking grandma to come in and give you some pretty clear signs. So you can start clearing some blocks. You're going to make a list of what you're looking for in somebody, because the universe wants to know your order. Okay. And I want you to come up with an affirmation, because it was on this card to call in your soulmate.
Okay.
And so an affirmation is basically something you repeat to yourself, or you say, or you write down, and you say it every day. And you have to come up with your affirmation. That's like, it's not something I can come up with, but I can give you an example.
Okay.
My affirmation I say every day is I believe in miracles. Miracles happen to me every day.
Okay.
So if you're in the car and you're feeling stressed or you're in your head,
Mm-hmm.
you say your affirmation. And after a while, when you practice, you do notice it'll pull you back. It'll ground you more. It'll pull you back to more reality where you're not stuck in your head as much. And it'll also send positive vibrations out into the universe from you, that you're ready. You know, send me my soulmate. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. And don't forget, we have many soulmates. It's not just one. So when you're
True.
looking for in alignment with somebody, you know, you might get somebody you had a past life with or somebody you resonate with, but you're not totally there. It's okay. There'll still be more people that will come, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get a little clarification on that. Do you know who this person is?
Unfortunately, it could be anyone.
Let me pull some cards on that so I can see if I can get any.
Too many to name.
You need to clear a lot of the dead wood.
Yes.
Like bowling, clear the dead wood.
Yes. I was thinking more of a leaf blower.
Get them out of there.
Right.
Who is the Seven of Swords? Another fire sign? You know what the fire signs are?
Yes.
Is it a Leo?
Mm,
Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries?
Aries. Yeah.
Are they a two-face? Oh my God, it's all fire. All fire came out. You got the King of Wands. That's what made me think it was a Leo. The Strength card, which is the Leo card. And then the Ace of Wands, which is a wands or fire. I feel like, does this person like text you every once in a while or make you think they want to come back and they don't? They kind of give you this false hope.
Yeah.
No, we're done. We're done. Nope. Stop. Nope. Be done with them. They're blocking you. They're blocking. Block, 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 block. See, that's what happens. If people feel other energies on you too, they think that you're taken or they know that you're not available or you seem closed off. I'm not just saying personally, I'm just saying in general, that's how energy can work.
Mm.
Let me see. So, yeah. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yes.
Believe them.
Believe them the first time.
Yep.
Maya Angelou.
Mm-hmm. I love books.
Mm.
Let me see. So you want to see if there's any energy around you, any fresh energy, any soulmate energy.
Yeah.
Coming in. So let's say if I'm going to ask this way, if you clear these blocks and grandma's helping you and you do your affirmation and you put in your order, what kind of things will be coming in? So if Andrea releases this block and does what she needs to do, what's going to be coming in? Okay, so what I'm seeing, and this can happen, okay? So you do the work, right? And you change your energy and you're saying your affirmation and you put your order in and you start materially changing inside. And like I said, it's not a linear thing. It's going to be ups, it's going to be downs, but you go through a transformation, which is a rebirth card, okay? So you got the rebirth. So if you do the work, you're going to have a rebirth. Then, but here's the downside to that. You're going to have more than one option. But I feel like these options are not great ones. Like you're going to still test, like you still need to go through a couple more tests of like red flag people that might not be for you, but but you also have to honor where you are at the time. So if somebody comes in and you guys get along and it seems okay, and you guys have like a 3 or 4 month relationship, it's not a waste. You learned something from it. And maybe you guys had a good time, but it just didn't pan out, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Those are okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's when they're toxic and they suck you in and then they like feed on you like a bloodsucker, then those are not good. But, we do have karmic soulmates, cosmic soulmates, people that come in, you have a good time, you're in this right place at the right time, but it doesn't work forever. And that's fine. Okay. And then you could have like one that's like that, and then another one that's disappointing. Like, you were disappointed, and then you kind of feel like, oh my gosh, there's just nobody. But have faith, there is. It's just like you might have to have a couple more of these,
Yeah. A few more frogs to kiss before the prince comes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Well, he's coming. He's coming. Grandma's got him.
Okay. Is it like a time frame, or are we looking at months, years?
It's about you. It's about you put into removing your blocks, getting in touch with your guides, saying affirmations to raise your vibration, putting that list together. Now, can I say something about the list? Because I see this with people. So when you make this list of what you're interested in, that you'd like the universe to bring you, don't put anything negative. Like, don't put like, I don't want somebody who drinks alcohol. Don't put it that way. Put it like, I'd like somebody with healthy coping mechanisms.
Okay.
Because when you write it negative, you're going to get negative.
Okay.
We want positive. We want all positive, all butterflies and roses type thing. So when you make sure that all the positives are there. And you can also, when you manifest somebody to come in, it can take time. I mean, it just can take time. But write it like they're already there. Like, I'm so happy now that my soulmate is here who has healthy coping mechanisms. Or I'm so happy that my soulmate is here that, makes grand gestures.
Okay.
All right. Let me look at, I have a timing deck right here.
Okay.
My YouTube friend made it. She makes decks, and she makes so let me see here. So if Andrea does all the work she needs to do, when will somebody be here? And I'd like to say like somebody that doesn't have to be, a 20-year relationship, but somebody significant, somebody that's positive, somebody you are in alignment with, somebody that's a soulmate that, but we can't say, oh yeah, we're going to be together for 400 years, but let's just see what we got here. When will a viable option be here for Andrea?
I like how you worded that.
Because there'll be options. Like I said, the Two of Pentacles, you got options coming. I just can't guarantee you're going to be happy with them. 9 to 10 months, it says.
9 to 10 months?
Yeah, so like around the was that fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 to 10 months. But I think there'll be a couple of people in between, like I said, that you may date and, have some fun with, go out with.
Anybody around me now that's of any, probably not of any consequence.
I can ask that. Hold on.
Okay.
Amy, we have 5 minutes, okay?
Okay. Anybody around Andrea right now? I want to say that isn't a total blah.
Exactly.
I just got the message in my head before I'm throwing cards. Excuse me, that you really need to talk to your grandmother.
Okay.
You could write her a letter.
Okay.
You can just pray and talk to her. Ask her to send you some signs, but I feel like this grandmother wants to talk to you. Okay. So let's see. Any viable options in the next 3 months for Andrea.
Okay.
You got the 10 of Cups. So what that says to me is you're going to be learning more about yourself and what you enjoy.
Yes.
So you're going to kind of be putting yourself first. So because the way the 10 of Cups fell, it fell on its side, face down.
Okay.
And with that to me is, you're not going to be there yet, but you're going to be getting it. It's going to be about happiness and what you want. And then, and I always look at the bottom card too. So you got the Queen of Wands on the bottom, and she's been popping out a lot tonight. But that's about you. You're the Queen of Wands. What kind of magic do you want to make in your life? Like, what do you want? Do you want to study some kind, I don't know, study something that makes it interesting, learn a new hobby, whatever it is, you have to make the magic in your life. And then the people will fall into place around you. Like maybe some new friend group, or I just feel like there are some friends coming in that you're more in line with.
Good.
But it's when you figure out what your happiness is. What does it look like? What do you enjoy? The word enjoy was really percolating right here. So you could make a list of that. What do you enjoy?
Okay.
That's another list. What makes you happy? Puppies? I don't know. What makes you happy? Think about it. Really sit down. And it doesn't have to be a list you have to come up with in one night. You could have that list on the fridge and you just go over and add to it when you're like, you know what? I really enjoy rolling quarters.
Yep.
Write it down. That way you're kind of making that list, and that's also helping to raise your vibration. Because you're kind of in touch with yourself. Okay. Then when the guy comes in, you can roll quarters together.
There you go.
Any other questions?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. I hope I was helpful.
You were.
You got homework, girl.
I do.
I do have a list for you. I made notes for you.
Thank you.
I'll get them to you.
Thank you.
And if you decide, you might want to contact a medium about talking to your grandmother.
Okay.
But I definitely would at least do some quiet time with her.
Okay. Anyone, maybe offline we can, get a recommendation.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Amy. That was lovely. It really, I'm just going to echo Jim's sentiments. That was spot on. It was, it really touched me. You were correct in all your statements. So thank you so much. This was lovely.
You're so welcome, and good luck
to you. Really
you.
Was.
Thank you, Andrea, for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
So, how was that for you? How does it feel after you have back-to-back readings like that? Do you have to now replenish your energy? How does it feel for you?
It's better when I keep reading. Like
really?
I can do at least 5 more.
Wow.
Once I get under the veil, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, but now if we took an hour break and then you had me come back, I'd be like kind of tired. I'm better to just keep going. But it's energizing.
When you said, it was interesting because we have a few minutes to talk about it. You said how the cards fell. Can you explain that to our audience? What does that mean, how the cards fell?
Okay. So the most common way, I'm going to put this one back because it's the devil. I'm going to pick a different one.
Yeah, thank you.
King of Wands is back. He was on the next one. So when a card falls, this is the right way, right? It's straight up and down. This is a reversal. People understand reversals, right? Mm-hmm. Reversals usually mean possibly the opposite of what they actually felt about the card. Like it's usually it's kind of like the yin and yang thing. it's the opposite or it's its counterpart. It doesn't have to be bad, but it could be like a warning. It could be something they need to work on. But when they feel like this, kind of on its side, it's like we're not there and we're not quite here. We're in the middle.
Okay.
So that's why when the cups kind of fell like this, I was like, yeah, so we're not right side up yet, and we're not down. We're in the middle. So there's things we need to do to get this right. I can't even do it when it's opposite, right side up.
Okay.
Because I'm watching myself.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, you mentioned in the last reading, you mentioned Andrea's grandmother a few times. Were you sensing her around you?
That's funny because normally when somebody comes in, I get like a chill, and it usually starts around down my legs and it kind of comes up. I was more hearing, she needs to contact me. She needs to spend time. The symbols I want to send, like I'm sending her stuff, but she's not getting it. I heard more of it, but so she didn't totally materialize for me.
Okay. And does that happen often for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes it turns into a mediumship reading, and I didn't anticipate that. But this didn't. This was basically the grandma's like, yeah, tell her she's got to give me a ring.
Yeah. Right. So does it happen often for you when you open yourself up to spirit, right, to do the card readings, that people from the other side come across too? Does it happen often for you when you do a card reading?
Yeah.
It does. Okay. And do you usually, when you do a card reading, do you ask the person, look, sometimes this happens. Do you want to know when I feel someone else in the room with us?
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'll be like, do you have somebody on the other side? And I will just give them the message. Usually people don't say like, no, I don't want the message or anything. I have to be, the funny thing is that you say that is when I'm doing Reiki on someone, before I start a Reiki session, I say, if I see something, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I feel like Reiki's a little different. The person's in a different space, and they might be in a different type of healing. Yep. So you ask, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I say the same thing to people because when I do Reiki, I mean, again, you're opening yourself up to the energy and things come across sometimes. And I'll ask them, if I get a message or if someone else comes in the room, do you want to know? And sometimes people will say, yeah, I want to know. Sometimes they're like, no, I don't want to know. I just want the Reiki. I'm like, okay, whatever. I will let you know.
I think only once in my entire time has anyone just said, no, I don't want it.
Really? I've had it happen a few times. People are like, "Ooh, no, I don't want to know if anyone else is here." I'm like, "Okay." I feel like sometimes I want to say to them, "They're around us all the time. You just don't know it. They're always here."
People people will be like, "Oh my gosh, someone saw a bulb." I'm like, you realize we're all kind of opposite, occupying the same space, but under the veil, and we're, I'm like, everything's everywhere. I see stuff all day long, like.
Yeah, like they're always around us. Like, because I'm also a paranormal investigator, and people will say, where's the most haunted place you ever been? I'm like, guys, they're not all like in one house. They're everywhere. They're not just hiding out in the house down the street. They're everywhere. It's funny. Yeah. Well, we are out of time, Amy. I want to thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. You've been fabulous. And I don't know if you'd be willing to do this again someday. I hope you will. Awesome. Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure. You did fabulous tonight.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, just so you know, tomorrow night, Legit Paranormal has Paranormal News with King Mike and Dreamy Dave Barr. Thursday night at 8:05, Legit Paranormal Clips. Friday night at 9:05, it's Bigfoot Zone with Daniel Bigfoot Benoit. And Sunday night is live at 7:05 is Legit Paranormal with a guest is Rob Goodrow, it seems to be, a pet medium, which will be interesting, with my favorite producer, Buddy Thayer. So thank you and have a great night, and I will see you all next week. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Bye.